Hello Aquarius, welcome to your Teen Love Tarot reading. So I will be doing the tarot, the Celtic cross spread. I have the Queen of Swords, upright, Knight of Wands, upright, Ten of Wands in the reverse positions, Page of Swords, reverse, Six of Pentacles, upright, Wheel of Fortune, reverse, Six of Swords, Seven of Wands, reverse, Two of Swords, reverse, the Three of Swords, reverse, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the Hermit. Okay, so very interesting spread. So let's talk about first the coupled Aquarius, all right? So this is actually proving to be a very, very good month, and of course there's healing energy as well. So I feel that for those of you who might have gotten into arguments in the past, like within especially, the day, um, with a loved one that you're in established relationships with or you're in marriage relationships with, this is a moment of there's a truce that has been reached, okay? And if it hasn't been yet, then I feel that it's actually going to play out, and the resolution looks very, very good for the rest of this month. So that's definitely, a good energy coming in for you. And I feel that for Aquarius, you're singles or couple, you're at a point where you really know what you want out of relationships. You really know, like, what qualities that attracts you, that makes it worthwhile to be in a relationship with someone. So those are the qualities that you try to aim for in your romantic life and in the people that you meet. Those are the qualities that you value, and it's definitely a time in which, like, it's like an eye-opening experience, and you know what you want, so you're just going to go ahead with it. To pursue those types of people. Okay, so it's definitely, pursuit of substance rather than, I guess, idealism. So that would be the right way to put it, I guess. In the past situation, I have the Ten of Wands in the reverse position. So a lot of you have gotten out of bad relationships and have entered new, very good, loving, and stable relationships, or a lot of you have, like, gotten out of bad relationships and you would rather be on your own and single rather than deal with that emotional baggage. And I feel that it's in your recent past. So a lot of you might have gotten out of really unhealthy relationships, and now you're at a much better place and a much calmer peace of mind too, with this Queen of Swords as your root of the matter. So it's a very good energy. Okay, what's crossing that though, Knight of Wands, is the Knight of Wands, he's sort of looking backwards. So this deals with, like I mentioned earlier with the Capricorn reading, it deals with the libido, it deals with the passion, and it deals with, something that really stirs you and it makes you feel really passionate. And with him crossing like this and sort of looking back at the past, I feel that that past situation was, either there was a lot of, like, physical chemistry without, a lot of emotional support, or it could be a situation in which, that person really fulfilled you, physically, and kept, like, there was a lot of chemistry within that relationship. But, chemistry doesn't, it would help in a healthy relationship. It definitely helps. But in an unhealthy relationship, it could actually be like an addiction, a really bad way to. Okay, so I guess, like, what it is having the physical chemistry is not enough to make that relationship last. Okay, but you're looking at it as if, that's what you really want from your new relationships. And I feel like a lot of the new relationships, it doesn't have that type of, like, intensity, and that's what you really, really want. All right, so from the get-go it's not going to, but I would advise you, just based on the way the cards are laid out, it definitely has more sustaining power rather than this burst of, intense energy that dissipates, that just, like, dwindles out. The What's coming in for you is energy that is a lot more stable, a lot more, and relationships that are a lot more healthier for you too. So I see, like, this month is actually looking better, and this relationship is gone for a reason. And, in the process of leaving it, I feel that a heavy load has been lifted off you, and you're now in a much better place. Okay. In terms of what's coming in, I have the Page of Swords in the reverse position, and this is basically for those who are involved. coupled and single, it's very important that, you know, I'm I'm sensing this is the people that will be coming into your midst. They tend to be younger and they tend to be a little inexperienced when it comes to I would say social etiquette. Okay, so they in the reverse position like this, I would say like they would make promises like, oh, let's do this next week, and then they don't follow through. They don't follow up with you on it. Whereas you know you're at a very mature and emotionally stable. You're in a very mature, emotionally stable state of mind, and you don't really tolerate that. So it's really important for you to know who these people are and try to avoid them. If you're in established relationships as well, and this is an ongoing problem, then it's definitely time to tell this person that, you know, let's not do that because I don't really have time to plan all these things if you don't mean it. Okay, so it's important to let the other person know where you stand, especially when their actions affect you, and I feel like they're not really aware that they affect you that way. So they're not aware that, you know, once you make plans you keep them, and god forbid if anything happens you try to get there on time. They don't really understand that, so you know, make sure you get that out of the way. All right. And I feel that your partner and your potential love interest are going to be a great source of emotional and physical support this month, all right? So it's I see a very like balanced give and take in the relationship as well. And either you are going to help them tremendously or they will help you. And I feel that it might be them helping you more. And they're basically a shoulder for you to lean on. So, in the process of dating again, too, I just feel that physically, the person that you've chosen to be with, they're going to be a tremendous source of support in every aspect, in every way. Even financial support, too, for those who are established. And then for those who are like dating or who are still single, the people you meet actually are actually very good people and they're very helpful. They have a very good heart, okay? As for, you know, the whatever is in your subconscious or in your surrounding that you're not aware of, I have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position, which indicates that timing might be a little off this month. It's sort of like you might have like misconnections, or there might not be enough opportunities for those of you to really meet the person, to really spend time with the person that you like. Okay, so in established relationships too, you might be too busy with work and things like that. Or, you know, if you have a crush on somebody, if you're dating somebody, you both are very busy, so the window of the time frame in which you have to meet each other is extremely limited, because I do see that just going to be a busy month for Aquarius. So you know, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it's indicated that there is a shortage of time to get everything done in order to make time for the other person and them as well. So don't feel like don't feel, you know, slighted, because I feel that, you know, time is a big factor for both parties. Okay, so it's mutual. As for the advice here, this is a very good card. Let bygones be bygones, okay? With the Six of Swords, move on to a better situation, and as well move on to a place where there's less pettiness. So I feel this is, you know, generally this is just good advice across the board, but with this Three of Swords in the reverse position here, this is definitely healing, and healing is finally, you know, being achieved. And this is a really good thing to have, you know, as the advice here. Just let bygones be bygones. If you're getting back with that person, then, you know, let the past go and start over. That would be a thing. Still be cautious if you're, you know, getting back with an ex, but let bygones be bygones. Otherwise, this relationship will never work if you can't let the past go. If you're starting new, date entirely new breed of people. You know, get yourself out there and date somebody who doesn't who is not exactly your type. It's time to really experiment and do something different, okay? Because the past obviously had to be left behind because it didn't work out. So, you know, newness is definitely coming in. As for your external environment, what I have here is the Seven of Wands, and it's shown up in the reverse position, okay? So this is also like an energy that is urging you to be a little more easygoing. I feel that, you know, with this Queen of Swords here, you're a little. Let me wait for that siren to pass. Okay. So you're a little guarded too. I mean, your heart is like open, you know, and you're healing. but you're still a little guarded based on that past situation. So with this card, it's important, to defend your beliefs and things like that. But don't do that on the first date, and don't scare off potential love interests just because you're so passionate and adamant about the way you feel and expressing your uniqueness, okay? So tone down a little bit and try not to scare them off. In terms of your hopes and fears, a lot of you, and I feel like it's shown up here too, a lot of you might be deciding between two people. I feel that with this in the reverse position, though, I feel that you've made up your mind about who you want to date. Or if this hasn't happened yet, I feel very strongly that it's going to come into the picture. And just based on the way the cards are laid out, okay, I do have the Knight of Pentacles, an earth sign, and a water sign. So you might have to make a choice here, and I feel that you're going to go with an earth sign just because the Hermit is shining his light this way. So actually, let me know how this plays out for you, because this is very interesting. Whoever you pick, though, I feel that they're both good people, and it's going to help a lot with the healing process. But it's just interesting. The Hermit is here, and he's shining light on this person, and it's telling you like this is the one that you want, because this person, being Knight and Page, this person is a little more grounded, a little more emotionally mature, and is more stable. And I think, like, based on the past stability, moving forward, stability is what you really want. So that's a great thing to have. So at the same time, I feel that you're going to approach life and love in general with a little more discernment, which is always good. For those who are in established relationships, if you are choosing to either take a trip, like a road trip or something like that, or like go on a cruise with your partner, I would advise you to take the road trip. Don't take a trip like by plane or by I feel like, okay, the safest route is if you were to take a road trip, like a short road trip would be preferable rather than fly. And then taking a cruise would be fine too, but the most preferable one would be the road trip, just because there are less room for surprises. Okay, you have like everything under your control and you're driving your own car, so then the element of surprise is just reduced. And at the same time, I feel that this is not a good month in general. You're going to be very busy, actually. This is not a good month in general to take trips, but if you must, then do like a short getaway by car. That would be the best option, okay? In general, the people around you are going to be a great source of help and support, okay? And for those in established relationships too, like the energy that is playing out, I feel that if you're a female, then the men in your life are going to be very strong and dependable, emotionally and physically. They're just very strong, dependable. If you're a male, I feel that you have to like shoulder the weight of the relationship a little bit, but at the same time, your partner is giving you a lot of emotional support, okay, which is a great thing. So yeah, so take that trip if you're coupled, and or if you're like newly dating and you're thinking about taking a short trip, do it by land. That would be the safest route. So thank you for watching. I hope you like the reading. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next week for the weekly reading. Thanks for watching.